Hi and welcome. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin, bringing you another stamping tutorial. Pretty much using, just stamps tonight. Not doing anything fancy dancy, just doing some stamping. So if it's the first time you've ever come across me, welcome. If it's the first time you've come into my lives, do say hello, and hello replay viewers. Great to have your company. So I fancied just doing something very happy and jolly and very much in my comfort zone. I know I kind of did it yesterday with the tulips, but yeah, I just wanted to do something fun and enjoyable tonight. So I've already picked out some stamp sets. Seeing as Timeless Tulips is new on my desk, I'm sorry it's going to make an appearance again, because I'm just getting to know it and play with it. So whenever I have a new stamp set, I tend to play with it singularly initially, just to get to know it a bit, and then I start to play with it with other stamps. So that's kind of the plan, really. So I've got a nice sort of, what would I call this, sort of Frenchy, shabby chic colour palette here for you. So for those of you who like to emulate and have a go at home, we've got Pear, Pizazz, Mint Macaron, Rich Razzleberry, Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray and Crumb Cake. So those are the inks I've got on my desk at the moment. It could all change. We'll see how it goes. And sorry, I'm just putting stuff away. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome. Lovely to see you all here. Let's get my other device going while you have a look at the stamp sets I've got. So, Timeless Tulips and Beautiful Friendship, Botanical Prints and Lovely is the Day. And I may or may not have a couple of others up my sleeve, just in case I get bored with these ones. Oh, how can you get bored with stamps? So, who's a big stamper here tonight? Who enjoys stamping? And who has Timeless Tulips? And who have I still not persuaded to get Beautiful Friendship? Oh my goodness. Such an awesome stamp set if you like the florals. Right, let's get a nice clear desk. Get some paper. You've got Timeless Tulips. Sorry, I should have asked one question at a time. I asked two then. I should have kept it easier. Right. I've got a little bit of jasmine tea tonight. Oh, I might... Oh, there we go. There's a punch there. I'll have my punch in front of me and then I can see your comments. Although it's casting a little bit of a shadow, isn't it, that is? Let's move that back a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. Right, hello. Yes, do give me a thumbs up if you can. Do remember to give the thumbs up. Do comment away. And if you're watching this on the replay, please do comment then. It's lovely to hear your comments. Although YouTubers, I think, probably a bit overwhelmed with the amount of people on it at the moment. And I wasn't getting notification of comments. So I had a check earlier today and realised that there were people that I'd missed. So sorry about that, guys. I do like to at least acknowledge your comments, if not comment back. So, you're drinking iced tea. Ah! Right, let's do a quick hellos. Hi, Sheila, Christine, Carol, Jamie. Oh, two Christines in the house. Steph, Vanessa, Janice, Rhonda, Jennifer, Ruth, Denise, Sheila. Right. Okay, I'm just limbering up. I didn't do my exercise with Joe for 2 days and I had intended to do it today, but my body was just getting over the shock of doing exercise, so I'm going to be back at it tomorrow. Right, I wanted to see how combining the tulips with these roses would look. So let's compare sizes. Let's get them out and compare sizes, because sometimes the box size is a bit different. Sorry, the packaging. Okay, so that would look nice, like that. This one is quite big, so I'm thinking that would look nice, maybe teamed with that one. Let's have a look. These are looking rather pink, aren't they? I forgot to use my special cleaner yesterday. I forgot I used it on rich razzleberry, didn't I? Let's give them a little bit of a clean now. This incidentally does come with a re-inker, so you can re-ink it. Okay, while we're waiting those to just take effect, I'm going to get out a couple more stamps from here. Look, I've got the very vintage one ready at the ready. I've also got woven textures just off to the side here, because I thought that, get those leaves out, I thought that I could perhaps use some of these. We'll see. Actually, I'm going to do that now. Let's create a bit of a border. Okay. Yeah, so if you haven't seen Esther's video for the Christmas Stampathon, do go ahead and check on that. I was very naughty. I didn't get my entrance in for last month, but there's a new challenge up this month. What is the actual challenge, Esther? I haven't actually read up on it. I just saw your video. Hi, Wendy. You just got into bed. It's cold tonight. I did think it was colder today, you know. We sat out a little bit this afternoon, but I thought it was that much colder. Use non-traditional stamps to create at least 4 cards. So non-Christmas, is that what you mean? Non-Christmas stamps. Okay, there we go, we've made a start. Ooh. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this in the background, because I like to not have the flowers stamped on a completely pale background. So. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, Vanessa. Was that my fault? Woven textures. Woven heirlooms, not woven textures. Sorry, woven heirlooms. Oh dear. I think you need to create some stickers to go on your stamps. You know, and the ones that I made you buy, you'll have to just stick a sticker on it going, Ruth made me buy this one. Okay, so this is the script from Versailles. Excuse me. Right, I quite like that already. Love all this texture going on here. Right, enough of that. enough of the crumb cake for now. Oh, fantastic, Wendy. You've been busy, haven't you? You can't blame Ruth for all of them. Oh, yes, she can, because she's in Australia and I'm here. So she can blame me as much as she likes. Okay, so that's Rococo Rose. And let's figure out now, which brush did I use yesterday for the purple? That one. Going in here with the rich Razzleberry, and I'm just highlighting the base of the flower there. And a bit of that one there. I should really have a mat under here, but never mind. The word stamp always looks tilted. Yeah, yeah. It does, doesn't it? It's because I think it's partly to do with how your hands work and the direction you stamp in, so you have to kind of compensate the other way. Hi, Mia. Welcome. Is this your first time on a live? Do say hello and where you're from and how long you've been following me for. You must shudder every time Ruth does a video. Why is that? You photographed and catalogued all your stamps and sets and inks. How? How did you do that? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think I have that much of a reach. That's very kind of you to say, Monica, but I don't actually have that many followers really in the grand scheme of things. So please do share my videos out. My next target is 6,000 followers on YouTube. Yeah, please do share with anybody that you think might like my videos. Obviously, if you don't think they'd like them, that's fine. Please don't share it with people who won't like me. But yeah, I'd love to reach a few more people, so please do share me out. You've been following me for a while now. You're from the States, in California. Oh, wow, that's fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so I'm loving this. Can you see that shading on there? Isn't that beautiful? So, so nice. And of course, there's this sort of middle stamp that we can stamp in here. And I don't want to go too dark for this, so I'm just going to use the Rococo. Actually, I'm thinking, what about a bit of Pear Pizazz in the inside of that? Let's see what it looks like on one. If I don't like it, I can always do it differently on the others. Oh, I think I do like that. Let's try again on here. Yeah, no, all good. I like that. Right, there we go. Yeah, so one simple way in which you can help promote my videos is literally to click the thumbs up, to comment, to share it out. So if you press that little arrow at the top right hand corner, you can share it to Facebook, you can share it to, oh, I don't know, on your YouTube page even, if you've got followers. So, you know, it doesn't cost you anything to share. Right, I'm liking this green. Steph says, I use my phone to photo everything transferred, then to my computer, crop them to small size, stuck the pictures in a book. Wowee. That's good going, Steph. Right, so I'm thinking this little tulip here, that might be quite nice to get in there. And I'm going to just use Neat Rococo Rose, I think, for that. No, I know what I'm going to do. Right, let's see. That's got rich razzleberry on it. I need one with a bit of green. Oh, that's got nothing on it. Great. Right, let's... So I'm going to ink it up in Rococo, get a little dab of green and pop it at the base of that tulip and hope for the best. That's a bit lighter. No, let's go back in there again. There we go. Let's do a third one. Oh, there we go. That's quite nice. Okay, so you go ink with a Rococo, get a bit of the green, dab the green. It's very subtle, the green, but I think it's worth it. Let's get you in so you can see what's happening. See, very subtle there, but it is there. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so because I'm working on, in effect, 4 different cards in one go, so I'm going to be cutting this into 4s, it means that I don't have to do every single one exactly the same. I can actually experiment a little bit with you know, the different placements of these flowers. So if you get a bit bored of the same position for everything, it's great because you can just have a little play, really. I always get super excited watching your videos, Ruth. Thank you for sharing. I'm still in the stage of casing you. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, because you then can learn the technique and then you'll feel a bit more confident to have a go yourself. That's fine. That's how a lot of people get started. Are you on Artful Stampin Space, Mia? So I've got this Facebook group called Artful Stampin Space, where I welcome people to come and share anything that they've made. My fridge just dried, so I kept the plastic air containers on door shelves for storage. Oh, that's clever, Vanessa. What a good idea. Especially now we can't get out and do like window shopping and shopping for things like that. Although I went out today for some grocery shopping. You know, I was really good, made a list of all the things that we needed. And our local B&M was open. I'm guessing it's because it is a food shop. It does sell food, but I was really desperate to get a pan blender because my children have been asking about making smoothies and my last one broke. So I didn't want to really order off Amazon. I didn't want to sort of clog up Amazon really with a, you know, not very important kind of order really. And so I popped into B&M because it was open and got one, so I'm really pleased. Okay, so that's the tulips. That's beautiful. I'm really liking that. Okay, let's get some mint macaron. I've made a card for the person that you said, Ruth. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so I'm really liking these long... I think these could work really nicely in here. So I'm inking it up with mint macaron, and I'm wondering whether a little bit of that Pear Pizazz wouldn't go amiss. So let's have a look. Put that in there, like that. Like that. know what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to have these side by side. Put it that way. And I'm going to ink them up together like that. And I'm just going to go backwards and forwards. Oh, that worked perfectly. Did you see that? Now you just got to remember which side you did. Right, I'm going to show you that again. Look. So ink, go like that. And then just go a little bit backwards and forwards like that. And you get this kind of, oh, hold on. You've got to make sure you do it. Yeah, and then sort of look at it and think, oh, right, is it all inked up? And let's see if we can squeeze that in there. Oh, I think I've invented a new technique. Look, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Yeah, this leaf is, it's a bit too straight, isn't it? It can only go in certain places. Thank you, Kathleen. Do you like that idea then? Look, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. There you go. Well, it makes me happy anyway. Right, I'm going to get this curly whirly one. Yeah. 2-pad stampin'. Hey, coined a phrase. Right, you ready? Easy tone stamping. Oh, you see, these still look like slugs to me. I think I'm just going to do that on this one, and I'm not going to do it on any of the others. I'm not happy with it. I want my other leaves. I want my pretty, beautiful friendship leaves. Because these are the ones that really make me happy. Oh, let's get a bit of that in. Let's use that instead. Yeah. I think these leaves have their place, really. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at that. This is the Artful Stampin' two-tone technique. The double ink pad, oh, I don't know what you want to call it. Right, so this is quite handy. Because this is so speckled, I wasn't happy with the sharp lines of this leaf. So I've just stamped over it, and it's helped to soften the edges a little bit. I'm going to do it up here as well. Because I think I find those lines a bit too harsh. Okay, so let's do that. You just have to remember which side is which, that's all. I mean, there is the possibility that we are kind of mixing inks a little bit, just a little bit, but I think it can probably cope. Go around here like that. I mean, let's face it, how often do we ink our stamps up by the edges? I don't think it's that often. You like quick techniques, yeah. It's a nice quick technique, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at this way round. Let's soften this edge here. There we go, that's better. Right, happy with that. So now I want my leaves, my other little leaves. I think I'll come in here with the Pear Pizazz. And just add some more foliage around and about. So who on here is on Artful Stampin Space, just to get an idea of the reach of Artful Stampin Space. I've got about I think there's 270 members on there. And I know that I'm getting, well, I can get anything from 300 to 1,000 views per video. So I know that not all of you are participating on there. I know some of you aren't on Facebook, I understand that. But if you would like to join in the fun over there, I know that not all of you are there. And we miss you. We want you to come and join in because it's a lovely place to share what you're making and to get encouragement from others. So, right. Oh, look at you. Oh, me. Good, thank you guys. Right, so we've done that. Pizazz. I thought it might be nice, seeing as I have used this stamp set, you see that tiny little swirl thing there? I thought it might be nice to add some little tiny accents with this. Now I haven't used as yet Seaside spray, so I don't know whether to add Seaside spray to this or have a bit of an experiment. Let's see what it looks like with Rich Razzleberry first. No, you don't have to have Stampin' Up stamps to post. No, I've not stipulated that anywhere. The only stipulation, well, the 3 stipulations I have for Artful Stampin Space is that you have got to put a photo of something you've created and it needs to really have been inspired by something you've seen on my channel. Okay, I know some of you are members over on Esther's page as well, Esther's group. That's fine. If you've seen a technique she's done, share on her group. If you've seen a technique I've done, share it on my group. So it doesn't have to be Stampin' Up. I know a lot of you don't use Stampin' Up products, like Christine Morgan, who's on here. She's only recently come across Stampin' Up products and doesn't have any as yet. And so that's fine. There are some of you who don't even have a lot of the Stampin' Up inks either, and that's fine too. It's more to do with the style and technique that you're picking up from me, really. That's the main thing. So occasionally I will do like a challenge where, yeah, I ask that it's got to be Stampin' Up, but I haven't done that for a long time. So I thought that, but Ruth said it was okay. I don't have any. Yeah, that's right, Christine. Hi, Jackie. I'd want to get the brushes you use. Okay, these are just makeup brushes. Yeah, I know there was a craft company in the US that was selling them. as craft brushes, and I don't know, I haven't compared the quality, I don't know, but I'm happy with what they do for me. So okay, I quite like this scrolly thing, although I think it's probably quite dark, but I'm going to just keep going just with this section and see what happens. Maybe I just need a few little dots or something in here to soften it all up a bit. What have I got? You know what I'm going to use, guys? I used this last night and it's so lovely. I think I'm going to use those little dots just to soften the edges of this. Oh, Steph, well done. You're being a helpful citizen. Right. So let's get these little dots. Let's get you in so you can see what's happening. So I realised that when I stamp those little scrolly things, they're pretty, but they're really quite dark compared to everything else on here, and I need something just to soften the edges. So I'm just using these little dotty things to soften it up a bit. Plus they just look so pretty, don't they? Right, there we go. Yeah, I agree, Steph. Yeah. Yeah, we've got the police out in force here checking people are indoors. Or yeah, we had reports of well, not reports, sorry. A friend of mine on Facebook put that she saw children out playing from two different families. I know it might seem draconian to some people, but actually it's how we're going to keep people safe and keep our NHS going, and I'm not sure people quite understand the severity of it. But anyway, there we go. Right, so as I said, I think that's quite strong, that. So what about we do the scrolls again, but in a different colour. Let's try Rococo Rose this time. You in the UK, Kathleen? Now this is much more subtler. You see that? They look like little wispy tendrils coming out of the design, don't they? Okay, and then maybe we could use mint macaron. Yes, that was Rococo Rose, Martina. Hello, didn't see you come in. Okay, so this is a little bit of mint macaron now with the little dots. This is so addictive. Since discovering what these dots do, wow. Okay, let's have a play with a different colour now. So let's get Crumb Cake in this time. Anyway, let me turn that around. Yeah, sometimes if people comment, if I'm not looking at the screen, I just miss comments. So that's why every so often I say, if you want to ask me a question and I've missed it, just ask again, because it's not personal, honest. I think I need to re-ink my Crumb Cake. It's quite light. I will in a second, Sheila. I just need to put these little dots on so that I'm just close up so that you can see what I'm doing. Right, I don't think that you needed that many. There we go. Right, so I've just got this one to do. So I'm just plugging in, everybody. Bear with. There we go. Right, there we go. Yeah, they're not too bad, thank you, Martina. Yeah, they've just got a bit of a runny nose, and well, not super duper runny nose, but something. I don't know what they've got. But yeah, they're feeling better. Okay, so any bright idea? Oh, I haven't done it with the mint macaron yet. I've completely missed out Seaside spray for this design. Not ended up using it. Yes, I should ask how Martina's doing. Sorry, Martina, I'm a little bit taken up with this. Yes, I just want the white space, Kathleen. This is going to be cut into 4 pieces, so I want to have that as white space. I will cut them up with you guys so that you can see how it ends up. Oh, that's great, Martina. Okay, so that's the full page done. And as soon as I've got my other device here, I'm going to take a photograph of this all in one piece. And you can take, if you want to take a screenshot, you can do. I'm just going to get my phone and bear with, guys. I'm just going to take this photo. There we go. Right, so now cutting up time. It's exciting. see how it turns out. So I seem to have a bit of a natural gap going through the middle. So as I do need to cut a little slither off, I probably will end up using that. Just get YouTube back up. Right. So I'm going to cut this at 10 centimetres. Turn it around and cut off the bottom. Yeah, they would make good sympathy cards. Ah, lovely stuff. Did you not like our teapot? We've got a teacup, and did you prefer the other one then? Oh, right, okay, good. Take your exercise for the day. Right, so Kathleen asked why I left the corners. That it's kind of basically to have a bit of a breathing space really in the design, so it's not all over. Also, it means that you've got a space for if you want to add a deeper sentiment. So I don't know. Let's have a look what we've got here. Wishing you a day of love and. Let's say, wishing you a day of love and joy. So, oh, it's 3D. Ah, oh, I'd like to see what that looks like, Steph. Okay, so I just need to make sure this is straight. Trying to find a colour for this. There we go. Right, there we go. So that just has a nice sort of bit of space there, so you can put sentiments. Now these ones, you can either have them, you know, doing that, because to be honest, when you look at the script, that I think that is probably the right way round for the script. But if you really don't like it that way, I'm sure it won't matter too much to have it that way round and slightly upside down, because it's not even in English. To be honest, I'm not sure what language it is, because you can barely read what it says. Oh, actually, I see the word Paris. No, it's French, I think. But anyway. So you can decide which way round you want it. Do we do that one there as well? Should we do it that way? Or should we do it the other way around? I'll let you guys decide. So flowers up or flowers at the up or flowers down. You up, just put up or down. Okay, this one. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, actually, a sympathy card would be a good option. And this sympathy sentiment is so beautiful. Prayers and heartfelt sympathy are with you and your family. And sadly, we may need a few more of these in the coming months. Oh, we've got up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So, tied. In that case, we'll have one up and one down. Right, now because these are sympathy cards, I would probably layer these on a neutral, bit more of a neutral colour. So, you know, something like that. Nothing too jolly, if that makes sense. Pretty, but not jolly, I think is the right tone for a sympathy card. There we go. Right, I don't know, should we do another one? What's the time? How long have I been on for? Is it time for bed? Another stamp set you need. What, the woven heirlooms, Linda? The flowers sort of create a weight. Yeah, yes, I know what you mean. And really, if the flowers were at the top, they should have gone the other way round. But there we go. It's just that one. So, simple stamping. Yeah, just stamping. I mean, I wouldn't say it's simple, because you do have to think it out a little bit, but and it has ended up being quite detailed. Right, let's just go over the stamp sets and the colours, because they were different from what I set out to do. So colour-wise, mint macaron, pear Pizazz, crumb cake, rococo rose, and rich razzleberry. Stamp sets were woven heirlooms, very Versailles, happy birthday, that one. But you can use any dots that you have. You don't necessarily have to have that one. Yes, the font is gorgeous, isn't it? Such a pretty font. Yeah, I mean, even the dots from there. I didn't use that one, but the dots from there. Timeless Tulips and Beautiful Friendship. So, yeah, the four. And then with some dots. Yep. But the dots were really because I went in with that rich razzleberry, but you could use that as well. So don't feel you have to have the dots, although the dots are very pretty. So, right. Okay, I have an idea. Oh, I did have an idea. What was it again? Oh. Do you have this, where an idea flashes across your head and then... Oh, yes, ish. I think I remember now. You know, you get an idea and it's a bit like, you know, when you walk into a room and you forget why you walked in there. I get that with ideas. They go... Whew. Thank you. Do another. Right. Okay. So my idea was to combine. So I could feel I had something underneath my paper then. To combine botanical prints with the stamps as well. This one. I think this is so pretty. This. and S. And we're going for that combination of the watercolour look and the, you know, the, what's the word, line drawings. And I know that's, some people are still a bit, it's not right, it's not right. I thought it wasn't right until I did it and I thought it was so beautiful. Right, let's go for using the rose this time. So let's pop that back. And what did I say? Oh yes, this tulip. So this tulip, this rose, maybe that tulip as well, we'll see. That tulip, that rose. One of these. Hi, Musjenka. Lovely to see you. Shall we go for the woven heirlooms again? I've got it out already. Right, this time let's use a bit of the Seaside spray. Get that in first so I don't forget to use it. Poor Seaside spray. It's probably sitting at the sidelines going, you said you were going to use me. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. You forgot about me. Yoo-hoo. That's my Seaside spray voice. Right. Oh, I need a sip of my tea. That's what I need to do. What am I doing? Stamp off. Stamp there. Stamp there. There we go. Right. Forgetful all day long. You've been forgetful all day long, have you? Okay, okay. I'm wondering also whether to put a little bit of this in the background as well, just because it's so pretty. So this is the leaf from Versailles. Oh, and I've got a bit pink on there already. That must have come off my hand. Oh, Versailles had a bit of yellow on it last time I used it. Oops. Yes, it does. It does a little bit. No, it's just like a scrolly thing. It's a scroll from, you know, that little scroll that I used earlier. Okay. Let's clean this properly. All day long, everyday ideas fly through my head, and I only managed to catch a few. That's interesting. Yeah, I know an idea is good if it keeps coming back. If I keep reflecting on it, you know, if I'm going to sleep and I'm thinking about an idea, it means that it's, you know, it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, so let's bring Rococo back again. Now, at the risk of ruining, not ruining, but making life a bit quicker for me, I'm just going to do that technique with that, and then get my brush and do that. But before I do that, I'm just going to use my trimmer and mark the halfway point so that I know roughly where I'm headed. Hi Brenda, nice to see you. Okay, that's a bit easier. Now I know where I'm going. I'm gonna just grab my mat. No, it needs a first impression. Obviously, can't cope with. It's not quite dark enough, is it? Now, do I try doing that again, or am I just going to do it there so that... There we go, that'll do. Okay. So I can see I've got a bit of a space here, so it's going to show up better, so... Rich Razzleberry. Yeah, they make very comfortable bedfellows, these two colours. If you know what I mean. They seem very happy together. They're a happy combination. Which has been a nice surprise. It's a bit like, you know, when you meet you. It's a bit like, you know, when you know two separate people from different walks of life, perhaps different walks of life, maybe same walk of life, but two different people, and different kind of characters, and they end up getting together, and you think, oh, is that going to work? Will it work? And it just does. It's a bit like that, you know. Happy marriage of two people unexpectedly coming together. And that is Rococo Rose and Rich Razzleberry. Although it's not really a surprise because pink and purple are so closely linked. They do have the connector of the colour red. You see, they have red in common. So red may have introduced Rococo Rose to Rich Razzleberry one day at a party. Right, let's get this show on the road with these roses. So do we go Rich Razzleberry for the rose? Ah, like your husband and yourself. Oh, that's lovely. Did you have a friend in common, Masjenka? Did you have, you both have the same friends? How did you meet? Oh, I like a good love story. Here we go, everybody. Mazjenka's going to tell us a love story. House party 22 years ago. Ooh. Incidentally, if you're watching this on the replay and you don't know who the heck I'm talking to, just click on the chat button, because then you'll be able to see all the conversation that went on while I was stamping. Otherwise, you're going to think I've been talking to myself the whole time, which I do, but, you know, not when I'm live on YouTube. So did you like each other when you first met, or did you not like each other? I love hearing stories of people who didn't like the person, well, or didn't think much of that person until later on. Ah, so how did you end up at the same party then? Oh, did that upside down by accident. Oh, that's lovely, Steph. So you and hubby met at work, went on a date on Valentine's Day, and married 3 months later. Oh, that's quick work. How did you know? How do you know? That's so lovely. It was Big Thunder Time hardstyle party. Do you mean like hardcore, as in like music? Yeah, falling in love is so overrated. It's just chemical reaction. And I think that's why some people really struggle, because they think they're meant to feel in the first 2 years of their relationship, you know, when it's all lovely and you know, fluttery. I think some people think it's meant to be like that throughout their whole marriage, and or throughout their whole relationship, and it's not. But yeah, it is hard, Martina. Relationships are hard. And I think in the days now of social media, people often portray themselves as people they're not. They aren't really. They try and make themselves look better than what they are, or yeah. And so, and I think for some of these celebrities, they give off this kind of sense that they are somebody else, and then they get married, and then they realise, the partners realise they're not, which is hard. Don't disillusion you, Oh, Janice, are you still got the hots, have you? I'm not saying you don't have the hots for somebody, but it's just different. Oh, that's lovely, Christine. Yeah, that's a really nice way to put it. You felt like you'd come home. Yeah, I think for each person it's different, isn't it? That's funny, Janice. Yeah. And then also we forget, you know, sometimes we forget that every person comes with their own expectations and perhaps their own different experiences of love. And for some people, they've not actually experienced a lot of love in their lives. So although at the time that they fall in love with somebody, it's all really lovely, actually what they struggle with is the whole relationship bit and understanding how relationships work. So I think for some people, they need some extra help and guidance, you know, when it comes to those sort of things, because sadly, not everybody comes from, you know, loving homes or stable homes. So you met on Match.com and have been married 12 years. That is so cool, Janice. Okay, so now I've got the Seaside spray again, because I feel like we just need to add some little elements of the dotage. And I kind of feel something brighter needs to happen here. I'm wondering if crumb cake would help. I know crumb cake's not bright, but it seemed to work on the last one, didn't it? Where did I put the last ones? Yeah, crumb cake. Actually, crumb cake just grounded it. Okay, let me do the few of these dots, and then I think it needs some script. Ah. Oh, that's lovely stuff. Right, so scripty, very Versailles. Night, Esther. Oh, I see stuff. So one of them, was it? I'm just laughing, smiling to myself, Sheila. I think you know why. Oh, Martina, sorry to hear that. Okay, let's see if I can find a stencil for Sheila. Oh, where's my botanical? God, I'm just trying to find it, Sheila. I must have put it somewhere. Yeah. Oh, I think I've spotted it. I've got a little bit of rich razzleberry left on here, so I think I might just use a bit of it. Ooh. Oh, didn't mean to go over that one so much. Okay, I'm having to be very careful because there's a lot of ink on this brush and I hadn't realised how much was on it. Good night, Gina. Okay, let's try a different colour. That's got a bit of green on it. Oh, now, just realised that that's got a bit of pink on it, hasn't it? Let's just... Just take off some of that, and I'm going to use the section up here now, because... Yeah, it's had another colour under there. Oh, well. That's the only thing about... Oh, anyway, let's see if I can turn that over. Yeah, that's nice. Little hint of it there. Right. Let's try that one out now. Seaside spray. It's nice to have these little fragments of pattern. I feel like that under these roses there needs to be a little bit more colour. I don't really like it being so white underneath there. I'm just picking up some of the blue and then and it seems to reactivate the pink, actually, the pink out of the rich razzleberry, but it's such a strong colour. Maybe stenciling a little part with the same colours as script. Yes, that's a good idea. So I'm just checking to see what colour I've got. These stencils are out of the Botanical medley, Botanical Prints medley product medley kit in the spring catalogue. And you get the stamp set. Oh, I forgot to use the blooming stamp. The whole point of me doing this was so that I would use this. Okay, hold on. Let me do this and then I'll try and weave it in. That's so funny. The whole point of me doing this design was so that I could incorporate this. And I've not done it. Right, I'm going to ink this up, but I don't want the stem. And I'm just going to take off that bit of ink there and there so that I can tuck this right in here. There we go. Ah, after all that. Oh well. Maybe I needed to do all of it before putting this on. Unfortunately not. No, you have to buy the whole kit. So the whole kit is well, in the UK it's £65. So you get the stamp set, which is this. You get coordinating dies, papers, these stencil things, and also some papers, and these gorgeous little bees, these golden bees, and some ribbon. So you get, it's good value, really good value for money. It's aimed at the sort of a, you know, what's called the avid crafter, somebody who likes crafting a lot, so you get a lot in that. So just cut that off again. Right, I think I'm just going to do it for these ones because I've already got, yeah, that's got rich razzleberry in it already, hasn't it? So I don't really want to do more. Oh, maybe this here would be fine. There we go. Right, I'm going to stop there. But that was funny. I can't believe I forgot about that stamp. And that stamp is what inspired this, and then I forgot it. Oh, does someone want to take a screenshot? Just because I don't want to have to get my camera back out again. There we go. Sorry, my video is really lagging behind, so. Just trying to see which side is the best side to cut. Oh, do I not have many of these cut? Oh, that's Mary Mallow, wrong colour. I need to cut some more bases. That's not the right size, that one, but there we go. I'll just grab a green out for this one. That's the wrong kind of green. There we go. Right, so, ooh, that was a bit of a marathon, wasn't it? Very enjoyable though. Really, really fun. And, yeah. So let's just have a bit of a recap for this one. So use the stencils from the Botanical Prints set. So that's goes with that. We did use Versailles. Use this stamp for the leaves and then the script afterwards. Woven Heirlooms, we use this one to just create a bit of a background. Again, if you don't have this one, some other texture stamp, it's just to lay a foundation really, so that you've got a bit of a background going on. Then Beautiful Friendship, roses, and these and the leaves, and then Timeless Tulips, we used the big one and the medium. So I do like that Stampin' Up have thought this out. They've got different sized flowers. That is really helpful. I think I know these leaves are meant to be tulip leaves. I get that. but it would possibly have been helpful to have one maybe bent over a little bit more, I think. But anyway, someone at Stampin' Up, if they're listening, can take that on board. We didn't use the Happy Birthday to You. I mean, if you wanted to go back in and do some dotting, you could. It's not in there. Okay. Maybe this one. Good night, Christine. Lovely to see you. There we go, that's pretty. The pink looks a bit pale, does it? Oh, the card. Yeah, it doesn't make it stand out very well. I think I'll cut some rich raspberry cardstock. That's probably the best option. Okay, so colours. Let's just quickly go over the colours again. Rich raspberry, Rococo rose. Did use a Seaside spray. Did use crumb cake and Pear Pizazz and mint macaron. Yep, those are the colours that I used. So there we go. Thank you, Navarana. Thank you, Jane. Right, so let's bring back the other ones. I bet you've forgotten what the other ones look like now. So there we go. So it's really fun to see what you can do with similar stamp sets, similar colours, but a different, you know, different layout, and choosing different stamps from the same set, really. There we go. So, which ones? Oh my goodness, I'm so ready for my bed. I keep yawning. Which ones do you guys like the best? Set number 1 or set number 2? Yeah, very feminine. We've had a bit of a feminine few days, haven't we? Let's see what we did yesterday. So yes, if you missed yesterday's, there's that what we did. That one. That one. So some similar colours there. I kept Rococo Rose and Rich Razzleberry on my desk, so there we go. So 1 or 2. Oh, Jackie says 1 and 2. Okay, that's fine. 2. Is that because of the stenciling, Sheila? I know how much you love the stenciling. Yeah, and there's also those variations between each project, to be honest. So, and to be honest, I don't think I could choose. I'm asking you to do something I wouldn't ask of myself. I'm naughty. Very naughty. There we go. Right. Lovely to have your company again. See, says Jackie. See. Is that the tone you meant it, Jackie? Sometimes reading text is guesswork. Right, shall I flick the camera and have a chat to you guys? Where's my thing not going down? There we go. Hello. Oh, an hour and a half. This is a long one, wasn't it? I guess they were just very detailed, these, weren't they? Very detailed. You're welcome, Brenda. Thank you for your coming on board. Number 1, says Rhonda. Okay, Rhonda. Oh, I've got to send some cards out for my Stamp and Send. Are you guys able to get to post offices? So tomorrow I need to go buy eggs. So that will be my necessary trip to the shops, because we're allowed we're allowed to go to shop for groceries, because I forgot to put it on my list today. And I could go to the post office to post my cards. Yeah, you're right, Martina. The results do show. They are rather detailed, aren't they, these ones? So you guys are able to get to the post office. That's good. Well, everyone, keep taking care. Be careful. And God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. My friend shared something on Facebook the other day. She said the most searched thing on Google, I think, at the moment is, what day is it? Because we're not, the definition of our days is not so clear anymore. They are for me. There are things I do on different days, but yeah. I think we're making scones tomorrow. My daughter and I want to make some scones or scones. Oh, you had them picked up. Oh, that's helpful, Sheila. Yeah. Yeah, my husband had to mail something because he sold something on eBay, and he's got my Hermes coming to pick it up. And I can, if I need to, I can print out a mailing label. I wasn't sure how much it costs to send things overseas, so I do have some stamps for UK things, but yeah. Right, so yeah, if you're not over on Artful Stampin Space, do head over there, because I've recently just organised a Stamp and Send thing where you get to send a card to somebody else. So that's closed at the moment now, because everyone's sending their cards. But if anyone wants to take part next time, then please let me know. I tried to make sure that, especially with the international list, that you weren't sending to somebody in your own country, because we already had the individual regions, we had that already. So I made sure that with the international one, like, you know, someone in Australia was sending it to Canada, someone in Canada was sending it to, I don't know, England, you know, someone in England is selling it to the USA. So I made sure that you were all kind of doing cross country, cross world. Yeah. My cards are ready, only missing the stamp. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I need to decide which ones I'm going to send. So I could send one of these. These are very pretty. So yeah, I could send one of these. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right. Lovely to see you guys. Take care for now. Bye.